This is the Mod Market St. Patrick's Day Boy Gnome Assembly video. For this kit, you will receive a pot of gold, a pipe cleaner, some shamrock wire tinsel, a piece of gold mylar, a sock, a beard, a bag of beans, a nose, a piece of yarn, a fabric hat, and a top hat, a shiny top hat. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take that bag of beans and you're going to slide it down all the way to the bottom of your sock. And you're going to tie a knot at the top of the bag of beans and push that knot down. Then you're going to fold your sock down inside out, down to about 3/4 of the way down that bag of beans. You want to go ahead and leave yourself enough space to pull the rim of that sock right up around the brim of that hat. It'll secure it right in that sock. It might squish it and crunch it a little bit, but that's okay. Next, you're going to go ahead and glue down your beard. And you want to glue your beard down so it doesn't completely touch the bottom, but you want it just above the bottom. That way, if you need to trim, you have space and room to do that. You're going to go ahead and take glue. You're only going to glue down the top of your beard. That way, if you need to adjust it, you only have to tear off a little bit of glue, not a whole bunch. And again, you don't want to put glue all the way down in case you need to trim your beard up at all. Next, I'm going to pull down my hat, put it over top of my beard. I like the way that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue my hat down all the way around my gnome. So I'm just going to pick up my hat a little bit, put a spot of glue, and pull my hat right down over it. And I'm going to do that all the way around my bag of beans with my hat. Make it nice and secure so it doesn't move on me. Next, I'm going to go ahead and glue down my nose. Just put a little bit of glue on the back of that and then go ahead and pop it right on that beard, right in the middle there. Next, I'm going to take my piece of fabric. I'm going to make sure that it fits over my top hat, and then first I'm going to stuff some gold mylar in my pot that's probably going to fall out while I'm assembling, and that's okay. You can go back later and glue it down into your pot so it sticks out just above. Or you can just have it so it comes in and out. It's up to you. Next, I'm going to make sure I'm going to put my pot of gold at whichever end of my hat that is smaller. So I'm going to make sure that one end of my hat fits over my top hat, and the other end I'm going to go ahead and start gluing my pot of gold. And I also wrapped that tinsel wire around the handle of my pot. Next, I'm just going to put some glue on my pot. I want this hat to sit under the brim of my pot of gold. So I'm just going to put some glue and keep pulling my fabric around until it's nice and tight under that brim. And I might have to fold it over, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to end up tying my piece of yarn around it, and which will hide any of the imperfections or extra fabric. It'll be a way to kind of disguise that. So once I got that glued down, I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot. I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to tie a knot around just under the brim of that pot. Next, I'm just going to wrap it around, and I'm going to keep wrapping it until I run almost out of that yarn. I'm going to leave a little bit at the end so I can put a little dot of glue, and then I can pull my yarn right over that dot of glue, give it a nice finish, and then I'm just going to snip with my scissors whatever extra I have sitting there. Next, I'm going to take my polyfill and I'm going to stuff my hat with that polyfill. And when I like the amount that I have in there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that bad boy right on top of my top hat. And you can glue it down, or you can pull the sock up over it and secure it, and then go back maybe and put a little bit of glue here and there. You don't want to use too much glue if you don't have to, because it just creates a lot of a mess. And if you can secure it with the sock, and you know it's not going to be getting bashed around, it's just kind of going to be more of a decoration than anything, you can really just hold that hat in place with the sock. You don't really have to use glue. Got a nice little, there you go. And now you're going to take your pipe cleaner and then your other shamrock tinsel wire. You're just going to like kind of, I like to either do it this way, or you can even take a pen or a pencil or even a glue stick and wrap it around to kind of give it a nice little curl. After you have it placed, you have completed your St. Patrick's Day boy gnome.